Hello and welcome back to Points Before Power. Today we have another comparison episode for you, and we are going to be comparing which Citi American credit card is right for you.
So yeah, it's a great question and one that we all face when signing up for a new card that has multiple options available.
We will be only evaluating the three personal cards in order of annual cost. Here they are: the Mile Up, the Platinum, and the Executive. And none of the cards are for business. Also, stick around until the end of the episode for the secret fourth option that Paul highly recommends. Essentially, to evaluate, we'll use a cost-benefit ratio. In other words, what do I get for what I have to pay?
Let's start with the welcoming bonuses. As of today, the Mile Up is at 10,000 points, the Platinum is 50,000 points, and the Executive is also at 50,000 points. I'm going to err on the side of caution and say each AA point is worth 1.5 cents. So 10,000 points is worth $150. I have recently achieved just over 2 cents per mile booking first class to Puerto Rico for an upcoming trip in March 2022. So doing some quick math, the sign-up bonuses are worth $150, $750, and $750 again, respectively. Also, I should add the Mile Up currently, as of August 13th, 2021, has a $50 statement credit offered with the sign-up. So let's bump that card up to $200 in value received.
I'd suggest subtracting the annual fee from the rewards gained to put things in perspective. Those annual fees being $0, $99, and $450 respectively. Also, the $99 annual fee for the Platinum is waived for the first year. So I will let the listener decide how they want to figure that out.
Great stuff, Mike. So after applying the first year annual cost, I now compute sign-up bonuses as $150 for the Mile Up, $750 for the Platinum, and $300 for the Executive.
Let's not forget the spend requirements required to receive each of those bonuses. Mile Up has a spend requirement of $500, the Platinum has a $2,500 spend limit, and the Executive has a $5,000 spend limit. So dividing the bonus by the spend requirement, we can quickly gauge the percent of every dollar spent back into our pocket in terms of AA points. So that'll be 40% for the Mile Up, 30% for the Platinum, and only 6% for the Executive. It's at this point I'd like to point out that none of these cards are a bad deal. However, that Executive card sure seems to be lacking in the mileage earned at the bonus department. I wonder what is going on there.
Agreed. However, there are two more things to evaluate: perks benefits and point multipliers on spend.
The rate of points earned per dollar spent generally increases as the card tier also increases. If I'm being honest, none of this impresses me much. I'd like to make a motion to skip this analysis.
Mike, I'd like to second that motion, and it passes unanimously as we're the only two.
Finally, let's take a look at the perks. Let's compare the differences to understand what our increased annual fees are going to gain us. Specifically, let's get back to that Executive card.
If you notice at the very top, the Executive card gets you complimentary Admirals Club membership. It's easy to miss that. If you follow the link where it says additional information, you'll find that access applies to, and I quote, either immediate family members, spouse or domestic partner, and children under 18 years of age, or up to 2 guests traveling with a primary credit card member or authorized user may be admitted for free when accompanied by the primary credit card member or authorized user. That is not bad at all. Attempting to put a value on that perk, the cost of a single day use pass is $59 and an annual membership cost $650. So if you use this benefit at least 8 times at a cost of $59 per time, you'd have gained $472 in value. That would bring it back into competition with the Platinum card.
I can see how factoring a few lounge visits with some family members could really start paying you back and covering that annual fee quickly if you flew American Airlines often. Also, we'd be remiss if we did not mention the credit for TSA PreCheck global entry offered every 4 years for application and renewal with the Executive card. That too would add $100 in value in the first year if you can use it. Okay, now what was it you were going to share for the listener who stuck around this long? I believe it was the secret fourth option.
This is why you have waited to the end of the episode to learn about the amazing credit card bad boy that is the Advantage Aviator Red World Elite MasterCard from Barclays. Unlike most brand products that only have a relationship with one card issuer, for example Southwest or Hilton, American Airlines actually gives you two options, and my advice, take one card from each offering. I personally have or have had both the Citi Platinum and Mile Up card with Citi, and I also have the Aviator Red card with Barclay.
So what makes this card so great or unique?
So the 60,000 bonus points with a spender requirement of essentially zero. You just make a single purchase within 90 days and you obtain your 60,000 points after you have paid your $99 annual fee. I won't even do the math on this one as it's ridiculous and it breaks the formula. One piece of advice for this card and all your cards, always keep your cards active and put some spend on them every few months. Let me say that again. Always keep your cards active and put some spend on them every few months, because something you certainly don't want to have happen to you is an issuer closing one of your cards for lack of use. That's a huge credit hit.
I see this card also offers free checked bag and anniversary companion certificates. Should we talk about the companion certificate?
Mike, for now, I'd leave it. This card is an amazing deal without that perk, and it takes some real work to obtain it. You have to do $20,000 in spend. It can only be used for domestic flights. Perhaps another time we can do an episode on that, but for now, let's just skip it.
Alrighty. Well, that's all we got for the comparison of the American Airlines cards. In future episodes, we will compare United Airlines cards and others. And if you like the content and want to sign up for these great cards, please use the links provided in the, actually, none of the cards mentioned today actually have referral bonuses, so we did this all for you, the listeners' benefit. If you'd pass this episode on or another episode to someone you believe could benefit from our content, that would be thanks enough. Also, if you have any comments or questions, send them our way.
All right, goodbye, everyone. Take care.